Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at a young lady from AMORE who goes by the name of TATUM. This is what she looks like, and I have her in 3 colors, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back. My name's Coco and this is Coco's Hair Solutions. Today we're looking at TATUM by AMORE. This is a long, sleek, well not real long, but just hitting the shoulders. Depends on your measurements, but it could just be hitting your shoulders or it might just go a little bit past the shoulders. This is TATUM in one of the 3 colors that I have her in. This color is Maple Sugar, which is a strawberry blonde, dark blonde, or, kind of a very light brown, just a kiss of strawberry in it, just a really pretty color. And you can see the blends of highlights and lowlights that you get with this color. And this is just a cute little hairstyle, isn't it? This is what I find to be the perfect hairstyle for my beginning wig wearers. For that first wig that you just don't want the volume that comes with permatease, and you're used to wearing your hair straight and flat. This one is a perfect wig for that. And she is just so sweet. I have her back here in the ginger brown as well as chocolate frost. And we'll take a look at these colors. Chocolate frost is a medium dark brown with highlights on top. And you can see some of those highlights are cool. Most of them are cool, but there is a tiny touch of warm highlights on there. So you get that benefit of it looking like you had your hair highlighted. And then, of course, our tried and true ginger brown, which is an excellent warm brown, and it's beautiful. This is the color and the style that I wore, but I purchased it from Godiva's Secret Wigs. They have Brienne Mono, which is very much like this, almost exactly the same. And but Brienne Mono is only available in 7 colors. This young lady is available in 20 colors. So if you cannot find your personal color or you want to switch it up to a different color, you might have a better chance of finding what you want with AMORE TATUM. The other thing is that TATUM, it's on sale at nearly every online wig warehouse. Wig Studio One, wigs.com, Franny's, all of those places put AMORE wigs on sale at least 30% off every so often, and you can get her at a really good deal because this young lady is retailed at a higher price point than Brienne Mono is. So if you're trying to be a smart shopper, that's one way you can do it. Anyway, this is so cute. I just love it. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's read about her dimensions, okay? So she is a basic, regular synthetic, not heat friendly, fibered wig, but the front is 3.5 inches. The crown is 13 inches. The nape is 6.5 inches, and she weighs 3.7 ounces. So yes, let's look at that cap construction, okay? Let's take this young lady. Oh, this is just such a cute little wig. I do sell a lot of these. All right. She is a double monofilament top. She has a polyurethane edge on there, so you can actually use tape or any kind of adhesive right here very, very easily if you need to have that extra support to keep it right there. I don't have any trouble with it just using my wig grip band. But it just depends on what you like using. All right. She does not have a lace front, but as you can see, she's got a row of hair curtains just stitched right on that edge so that it comes out from underneath that flat polyurethane edge. We have closed ear tabs with metal stays in both the right and the left. We have just a basic nape area with buckle adjusters on the right and left. And then we've got lots of wefts created by those horizontal hair curtains going all the way around that make this nice and stretchy and, of course, airy and comfortable. Now, that double monofilament is so soft and silky. That adds another layer of protection for any kind of abrasiveness that you might experience on top. But this is Brienne Mono. And of course, that mono top looks so good. It just looks so good on here. So how do you like this color? Isn't that pretty? And those highlights go all the way to the end as well. So it's not just something that's applied to the root. It doesn't give you that balayage kind of appearance, but it's very, very cute. Okay, let's take a look. And, you know, we can part this any old direction. If we want a far extreme right, you can go down the edge of the monofilament is right here. But see, even going, taking an extreme part, I can do that. We can actually kind of lift these bangs a little bit in case you don't really want a straight over your face bang. You want them a little more wispy. And of course, you can always curl them to make them a little bit more wispier. And so definitely, this is a great wig for putting behind your ears and having it feel real natural. Headbands, we can put any kind of headband on there and it's going to look great. It'll hold that hair back, and that way you can work with just this little young lady on. If you wanted to trim some of these, you could definitely do that. We can definitely put her in a ponytail. You can do a half up, half down. And of course, with that monofilament, you can pull the hair back and have that exposed scalp area and still give it that authentic kind of look. Okay, oh, that's kind of sloppy there, isn't it? But you can see how you can pull that up, have a high or a low half up, half down. Bring that down here. There we go. Yeah, and give you a little bit different kind of look. Hold that hair back a little bit, and maybe even take some of that weight from off your neck. If you are a warm person, that can be one way to take some of that extra heat off of your neckline. But she's so cute, isn't she? And of course, I love this color. Maple Sugar. Okay, let me try on the Chocolate Frost for you. Okay, here's Chocolate Frost. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, that is just so pretty. Very fun for summertime. Very fun. And of course, you know, I've spread out the bangs a little bit, made them a little more wispy. So that's really cute. And you know, with this particular girl, you're going to want to take some kind of heat underneath here, such as your hot tools, a hot airbrush, which does not go higher than 270 or something like that, very low. And that will help keep this smooth, because that's where she's going to start showing the wear first, on the ends and underneath. And that'll keep her feeling nice and soft and silky. So this is Chocolate Frost. Let's do a spin. Another really cute, pretty color. All right, let's try on the Ginger Brown. Now, I have to say that with that polyurethane band in the front, that really gives me an added measure of security. It wants to grip right along my hairline very, very nicely. It's not sticky, but it is enough of that polyurethane that it really does make it not want to move as easily as, let's say, if it was a basic cap construction. So this is Ginger Brown. Isn't it pretty? Another beautiful color. for this beautiful young hairstyle. Now, the only complaint that I can make about this is that it's not available in a gray. Silverstone would be my first choice, but wouldn't this be wonderful for those of us who are grays to be able to have this kind of hairstyle? It looks so natural. So anyway, okay, well, let's take these girls outside and see what they look like in the daylight, okay? And here they are in some direct lighting, so you can see the ginger brown can be very gingery. Now on the screen, it's looking much more red than it is. You can still see the red in the sunshine, but it's not as profound as what I'm seeing on the screen. And then this one is the chocolate frost. You can see a little bit more of the warmth in there, but definitely cool when you compare it to maple sugar. And maple sugar is not as obviously orange as what I'm seeing on the screen. It is, but you can see the brightness of the colors. They're so pretty. Okay, I put the maple sugar back on, and so she doesn't look quite as orange as she did outside, does she? No, she really doesn't look that orange at all in person. But it's just sometimes the lighting on the camera and on the screen and how that translates. I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of goofy. One thing I did want to show you is that it's good coverage. Good coverage everywhere. On my sideburns, it just feels like it covers up everything. And then, of course, the hairline is just kind of a normal, but it's done very nicely with those hair fibers coming out from underneath the cap and underneath that polyurethane edge. So just a cute little wig, isn't it? This one here gives me the Cleopatra vibes, doesn't that? You get a little band going around there. You could wear that for Halloween even. But anyway, okay. Well, that's going to do it for this young lady Tatum by AMORE. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys learned something, and you have a good week. I'll see you next time in Coco's Hair Solutions, okay? Alrighty, bye-bye.